drop it.
Alright guys, I think I got a problem. Yo. It's not even 12. Alright, what's up guys? My name's Freddie. If you don't know already, I manage over $1 million worth of real estate. I love to invest into the stock market, and you'll probably catch me wearing the same thing. If not every day, it'll be every other day. All right, guys, so today's topic is going to be, just discussing the mentality and shifting the mentality from that of the masses to that of the masters. And how do we do so? So let's jump right into it. So it's very important to identify the mindset of the masses, and it's not something bad. I feel it's something where we all start off. It's something that I started off with. A lot of the times we become, or we're born into poverty, and we remain in poverty because we just don't know any better. One of the things that I remember, or that I see a lot, is people going out to spend a lot of money all the time, like nonstop, when it's not necessary, when it's just like, bro, what happened with $1,200 stimulus checks? A lot of people don't have them. There are that portion of individuals that did save it and did do other things, but there's a bigger portion of individuals that did nothing with it but spend it. I saw a lot of vacations, and it's not bad. It's not bad at all. But at the same time, it should put us into thinking, was this money, or was I able to go and use this for a different area of opportunity financially that I possibly had, something of that sort. I like to pride myself in being a very minimalistic entrepreneur. When it comes to, just assets and things of that sort. I really don't spend too much on myself. Case in point, I'm always wearing the same thing. And at the same time, for me to be happy, truthfully, you give me an energy drink, access to the gym, and to tell you the truth, just as long as my family is healthy, I'm good. I don't need any Louis Vuitton, Rolex, nothing like that. Here and there might be a couple of splurges, but it comes with that discipline. And once again, I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but at the same time, anything in excess can become, something lethal to your financial health, I guess you could say. So one of the things that I'd like to bring up as well is, the mentality of the masses is always to keep up with the Joneses, right? I'm pretty sure you guys have seen this. It's so much more socially acceptable to go ahead and buy, that you guys are probably gonna have to help me out. It's been a while. Michael Kors purses. I think Michael Kors is something cool now. Louis Vuitton, Gucci, it's so much more acceptable to have one of those purchases and to actually have a purchase, where it's you investing in you. Case in point, self-help books, courses, which, by the way, guys, I am releasing my stock course. This is not an upsell, but take a look at social media, just likability and things of that sort when it comes to your posts. That's a perfect example. It's so much more acceptable, and you'll get a lot more likes because you're posting, your new car, purses, all that stuff, belts, watches. It's not bad, but at the same time, anything in excess can become lethal. So another thing that I wanted to add to our summary of the mass mentality is, the level of priority when it comes to, just assets and liabilities. For the mass mindset, liabilities, which would be, again, those purses, the watches, the belts, is number one, because to them it's much more important to go ahead and be able to go ahead and put that up on social media or front to their neighbors, in comparison to purchasing those assets. Assets are a little bit harder to kind of show off, but a lot of that comes from just tradition. It's something that I was born into. It's something that I constantly see some of my friends and family members continuously do. It's not a bad thing. If that's what makes you happy at the end of the day, then, by all means. But if you're here listening and watching this video, it's because you want to go ahead and further your financial health. And if that's what you're wanting to go ahead and do, then maybe, prioritizing your liabilities before assets is not the right thing to go ahead and do, at least right now. How do we shift this mindset of the masses to that of the masters? Well, rule number one, rule number one in Fight Club, there are no rules. With every purchase that you make, with everything that you go ahead and do, think to yourself, is this something that I can go ahead and use this money or this time more in a way which is more productive for me, or things of that sort? That's step number one. It's not all of a sudden going to be, I'm going to stop spending, period. I'm going to start eating just ramen noodles for the rest of my life, canned beans and rice. Like, shout out to all my Mexicans. It's like a diet. If all of a sudden you cut everything right off the bat, your rate of success isn't going to be too great. So you want to take those baby steps, but at the same time, just acknowledging and, taking time to think if it's productive or not is a step in the right direction. Number two is, having goals set out for what you want to go ahead and use, that extra income in. A lot of people, when they get extra income, they really don't know what to do with it. And muscle memory tells them, hey, it's time to go ahead and spend or splurge, because they do get that short-term satisfaction. It's something that I get myself as well. But that discipline does come into play and is needed. And if you have a checklist of things that you can invest into, it kind of helps you at the time of receiving that money. You're like, you know what? As soon as I receive this money, I'm going to actually put it into here. So, as soon as it comes in, you do that, you don't really give yourself time to go ahead and splurge on the wrong things. And number three would be just, recognizing that it does take time and it's something that does require discipline. It's not going to happen overnight, but those little baby steps will definitely put you in the right direction and help you a lot. And, at the end of the day, to tell you the truth, guys, it all depends on your level of happiness. Where are you? Because if you're splurging, man, and if you're happy, and if you were to be on your deathbed right now and you have no regrets, then you're fine. So a lot of it has to do with where you're at too mentally. But if you're looking to go ahead and be a little less stressed when it comes to financials, if you're looking to go ahead and acquire a little bit more, that way you're able to give a little bit more. I have people as well that reach out regarding that. Then, by all means, it's all dependent on you and what your goals are. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I got nothing else for you guys. Other than that, I'll start doing a little bit more of these. And all right, peace.